In 2024, Maserati sales crashed. They fell by a staggering 60%. But that was actually fortunate for the brand because the company lost around 25,000 US dollars on every single car it sold. In total, it lost 270 million US dollars on the sale of only 11,000 cars. It appears that Maserati is about to be sold off, most likely to a Chinese conglomerate, potentially Geely. Now, why is this happening? Why is Stellantis selling Maserati, one of their crown jewels? Obviously, Maserati have incredible brand cachet, or at least they used to. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. I remember a few years ago reading that Maserati vehicles had a bunch of Chrysler stuff in them. The screen was from a Chrysler, the switchgear was from Chryslers. And I thought to myself, yeah, you know what? The interior of Maseratis, it doesn't match the cost of them. They're expensive cars. They don't feel like it on the inside. And I actually had a bit of a drive in a couple of Maseratis, and I thought to myself, people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars and it doesn't look any different to a Chrysler on the inside. This is crazy. Well, to be totally honest with you guys, I've never been in the market for Maserati. Even if I had the money, I've never found them all that interesting. Well, at least not for a decade. And I'm in the majority here. Most people would agree with this. They have stopped buying Maseratis. And this is why Stellantis is likely to be selling the brand. Stellantis have actually cancelled their future investment into the company. They had committed to $1.6 billion of investment in future Maserati product. That has now been scrapped. That's not even a lot of money. I mean, honestly, that's peanuts even for some of these Chinese car companies that are not even big. So the fact that R&D budget, that investment has been totally cancelled, it now has the Italian government saying, what the hell? Hang on a minute. What's going on with this brand? I mean, this is a brand that we used to be proud of here. Now, you probably recall that the CEO of Stellantis was fired or let go, you might say, because of disagreements over strategy and the fact that Stellantis have become a bit of a financial basket case. Their profits last year shrank by more than 70%. And sales across all brands are really, really struggling. Apparently, Stellantis' new CEO has been told that he must figure which brands need to be sold off. Here's what the media said. With Carlos Tavares' sudden departure, the incoming CEO isn't just inheriting a massive company with 14 brands, he's walking straight into an automotive episode of Survivor, where some brands won't make it to the next round. Very exclusive event here in Newcastle. Saturday, the 15th of March from 3 to 5 p.m. I'll be speaking here with just a couple of other speakers. Very small event. So you can meet me in person. You can actually have a look at my EV as well, the Xpeng G6. Test that out. I'll put a link in the description below to the event. I believe that the tickets will probably sell out very, very quickly. So if you're from Sydney, from Brisbane, from Newcastle, make sure you click on that link as quickly as possible to get in. I think there's only around 30 tickets left at this point in time. I'll put that link in the description and I'll see you there. In 2024, the CEO famously had a tit for tat, a very public argument with Maserati dealerships all around the world as they accused the brand of, well, not helping them to sell more cars. Maserati sales fell last year by a crazy amount. They went from 26,600 in 2023, which was already a bad year, down to only 11,000. So they fell by more than 60% last year. The CEO blamed the dealerships. He said they discounted the cars too much. The dealership said we couldn't sell them if we didn't discount them. Those sales of 11,000, they might have been 2,000 if we hadn't have been forced to discount the cars. Stellantis has now scrapped their $1.6 billion planned investment in the brand. This decision couldn't come at a worse time for Maserati, which has been struggling with terrible sales and staggering financial losses. While speaking at a recent earnings call, Stellantis Chief Financial Officer Doug Osterman confirmed that $1.6 billion worth of investment in Maserati had simply been cancelled. Financial documents reveal this will lead to the cancellation of most projects prior to launch. In other words, all the money that's already been invested in those projects has been completely wasted. And that includes the long promised electric MC20 Folgore. According to Autocar, Osterman believes the conglomerate needs to review the schedule of Maserati's planned product introductions. We have to recognize that the dynamics in that business, particularly in the Chinese market, and our expectations in terms of how quickly that luxury market would transition to electrification. Basically, a bunch of marketing speak for him saying, yeah, we're losing so much money with that brand. We sold almost no cars last year. There's no point to continuing to own this company. Thus, we're cancelling future investment. Maserati needs both money and compelling new models if it has any chance whatsoever of surviving. Last year, it lost 271 million US dollars on only 11,000 sales. And global sales collapsed from 26,600, as I mentioned before, to 11,300. There's really no reason to think that those sales will bounce back based on the fact that Maserati doesn't really have anything compelling coming anytime soon. Italy's powerful trade union is furious. They believe that Stellantis is trying to sell the brand and they don't want this to happen. They believe all these people that work for Maserati, they're going to lose their jobs. The union wants clarity on Maserati's future at a meeting scheduled for March 11. Maserati represents one of the most critical situations, said the General Secretary Ferdinando Uliano. Despite the quality and high-performance models, the brand suffers from errors and carelessness in terms of marketing. We can no longer waste time. So, as you can see, unions are blaming Maserati for bad marketing. That's what the problem is. As I mentioned before, Stellantis is planning on cutting down its brands. It has too many, but the weak link of all those brands is clearly Maserati. Technically, Maserati lost 25,000 US dollars per car sold last year. And seeing as traditionally it's made most of its profits and sales in China, and that's not going to change anytime soon. I mean, those Chinese sales aren't coming back. Then it seems to me that Maserati at this point in time is officially a dead brand. Stellantis have acknowledged that they have held talks, private talks with Chinese conglomerates, and they're considering selling brands. I mean, the question is which ones? Would Chinese automakers want to buy Dodge or Chrysler or Jeep or Fiat? I don't think so. Would they want Maserati? Absolutely. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments.